I want to show you some of the trades this week in NinjaTrader 8. One of the features that I like in NinjaTrader 8 versus NinjaTrader 7 is you have this ability to add tabs to your window. So you see at the bottom there's different tabs, and so you could have all your strategies. If you like to run your strategies in a chart, you can organize them with these tabs, kind of like an Excel workbook. So in this window particularly, you have the metal strategies: SR counter trend gold, SR counter trend silver. And you can see the trades today for SR counter trend silver here hit its profit target. Yesterday was a loser, and Tuesday and Wednesday were profitable trades as well. SR counter trend gold has only traded so far on Monday and Tuesday, and so you see the trades there on Monday and Tuesday. And I want to show you one of the settings in here. You see, for example, these are the trades last Monday. On Monday, it hit its time exit. On Tuesday, it hit its target. But one of the settings that we have set up in TradeStation is the TradeStation settings is the SR exit level. And so the back tests are not, there's not a great deal of difference between the back test whether you have this input set to true or false. And if you have the SR exit level, that means the support resistance level. And so if it hits the resistance level on longs before the profit target, it exits. And if it hits the support level on shorts before it hits its profit target, it exits when this is true. And so we enable this, and we'll see the difference in the trades and wait for those to update. And so you see Monday and Tuesday, it hit its SR exit levels. And so it got out at a better price on Monday versus the time exit. And on Tuesday, it hit the SR exit level before it hits profit target, so the trade exited a little sooner at a price that's a little bit lower. Tuesday, it took this trade and exited there. If you would have had this set to false, I believe it went. I think it hit its profit target here. I can't remember if it went here and then hit its profit target, or if it hit its profit target here at these higher prices. But those are the different trades you see in silver. Actually, this is gold. On Tuesday of this week, it would have hit its SR exit level there at a higher price than its time exit level. So those are the differences that you can set up on your end, and those are SR counter trend gold and SR counter trend silver. Here are some of the strategies in crude oil. You see there's 4 tabs at the bottom: crude oil after hours 3, crude oil weekly inventories 2, crude oil Cobra crude, crude oil SR counter trend. And so crude has had some losses this week. Let's take a look at those. Crude oil after hours, the most recent trade was on the 26th, which was Wednesday, Tuesday into Wednesday. It got stopped out, had a losing trade there. And weekly inventories, we had weekly inventories 3 had two most recent trades are losses. Yesterday, Thursday, was a loss, and Wednesday was also a loss. Cobra crude on Tuesday had a profitable trade catching this trend. And let's see, one of the inspirations for the crude oil after hours is you see this trade in Cobra crude. It's a small profit, and then you exit at 2:30, which is the end of the day session. And then at the end of the day, a lot of times I've seen this in Cobra crude, is where it is profitable, but slightly profitable, or break even, or slightly unprofitable on a long trade. And then after the market closes at some point, and anywhere from the closing time until here, this was on Tuesday, so there's a report on the rig count that moved that higher. But to see this Cobra crude strategy, I'm gonna test one thing. I'm gonna test exit at the end of the day instead of at the 2:30, because it's almost as if there are times when they're waiting for the market to close before they move it. Not literally closed, it's still open, but the day session where most of the volume occurs and is at 2:30. And so we've seen an extension of trends after 2:30 that are much greater than the trends that happen intraday, and that has been my inspiration for taking a look at what happens in crude oil after hours. Is the limited movement intraday on some of these crude oil trades. SR counter trend crude oil, It's kind of like SR counter trend gold and silver. It's had a, you see the trades here on, let's see, this was last week, July the 20th, and let me expand that window and scroll back. You see the trades here. It hit its yesterday's high was there. If it gets within one tick of the previous day's high, you see the Y high long exit. So it exited there, got in, got out on the time exit there. This is the NinjaTrader version of crude oil. So same trades in TradeStation. Wanted to give you the update on how these tabs work for gold, some of the gold and silver trades in the portfolios. And so we're taking a look at that. And that is the update for today. We'll have the weekly reports out this week.